Hey folks, JP here. I am in Kenner, Louisiana. We're going to tackle an open air colony today. Let me show you this jungle I gotta get to where the hive is. I gotta do a little cleanup so I can get my ladder in here, but it's certainly not going to be an easy task. And here they are. Hello girls. Time to find you a new home. I spent the last 15 minutes clearing me a path I can walk and also set up my ladder. This is what we just done. Bees are real chill. They hadn't come down and buzzed me at all yet. Got the smoker on the no trespassing sign. Okay, it's ready to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and set up the ladder right here and do some more trimming, and then we'll set everything up, bee vac generator, all that good stuff, and get to it. Some pollen and some cells. Young bees will eat this combination of pollen and nectar called bee bread. It allows them to manufacture royal jelly via a gland that they have in their head. All bees get a certain amount of royal jelly, and of course the queen gets fed royal jelly her entire life. The drone right there, those larger bees, those are drone bees, those are males, they have those stingers. These bees were making queen cells, those peanut-shaped looking things that my finger's on right now. So they're larger, and they come down towards the ground. Okay. And sometimes that's could be a sign they're getting ready to swarm or replacing a queen. Alright, let's tackle this thing, folks. I've already smoked them some. I've already, as you can see, trimmed some of the branches out of the way so we can get to this thing. The bees haven't bumped me, flown around me, shown any displeasure at all. They're really super gentle bees, which is great. Right now what I'm doing, I'm smoking the back side of this hive to try to run the bees towards me so that I can use the bee vac and get our numbers down. And I'm just trying to get them to run towards me. And once we get our numbers down, then we can start moving some of the comb sections. On these open air colonies, you're not going to have as much usable comb as you think you might, due to twigs and branches and things like that being encapsulated in the comb section. So you use what you can. Not sure if I mentioned this before in any of my videos, but it's important after each removal, and sometimes even during a removal, to clean out the vacuum hose. You want to wash out any honey, any pollen that's built up on the interior of your vacuum hose. As the bees are going down, they do go through some degree of stress, and if your hose is coated in honey and pollen, it'll create even more stress for them. So give your hose a thorough cleaning when needed, folks. Here's another close-up of these queen cells, which were probably swarm cells. I didn't see any evidence of eggs or royal jelly in the bottom of these cells. Notice that the edges of the exit holes are kind of tattered looking, and that's where the flaps were that the virgin queens used to hatch out of the cells. Now this queen cell right here, you'll have a virgin that hatches out, she'll pipe, the rival queens will pipe back, we'll locate them, sting them through the cells, and then the workers will remove the dead virgin queens. Using the little giant ladder today. It's an extension ladder, one of those telescoping ladders. This particular model will extend up to 22 feet, and I have it in the highest A-frame position, which puts this hive and about 14 feet from the ground. So there's a lot of that up and down stuff that you normally find yourself doing when you're working off of a ladder. We are making progress. The bees have been pretty gentle. I think I've taken maybe 2 stings. At this point you can see we got their numbers down quite a bit, and we're just kind of picking at this thing. Trying to pull out whatever usable comb we can. Again, a hive like this will encapsulate twigs and branches and stuff like that. So I've gotten the question about the knives that I use, and I think this one's called the Edge 2000 or something like that, and I know it's an edge type that I got off of Amazon. But basically these knives are the original Ginsu knives. They're stainless steel, they're serrated, and if you remember watching any of the commercials from years ago, the original Ginsu knives were those knives that could cut a cinder block and then slice a tomato so thin you could see right through it. I was very careful with this comb section right here. I think this is in the belly of the beast. This is the dead center of the hive. The prettiest, largest comb section. This was the one I was able to pull out and frame up a beautiful piece of comb. This was a really good brood comb section, and it also had their feet up top as well. So here I am removing that comb section. It's really nice to have some comb sections that are usable out of an open air colony, just because, again, all the twigs and branches the hive encapsulates, so nice to get a good section like this out. Alright, I'm on the back side of the hive now, and you're going to see me, it's going to look a little aggressive, but I'm applying a bunch of smoke so I can run the bees off these comb sections, so we can get some of these small unusable comb sections off the back side of this thing. It also caused the bees to run the other side, and I can vacuum those bees up so that when I go back around I can pull off some of those larger sections and frame some of them up. So I don't need to tell you that this area was neglected. The reason that we were called in to relocate this hive, the neighbor was doing something to their shed, I think redoing a roof or something, and they claimed that the bees were bothering them. But open air colonies here can live quite a long time. I've removed several that survive 3 and 4 seasons down here, whereas the further northward you go, it's kind of unheard of for open air colonies to even survive 1 winter. This is an open air colony that I removed about 6 years ago or so in River Ridge, Louisiana, and I believe this hive was there about 3 years when I received the call that they were ready to have them relocated. This was a really large external colony that my buddy Shawi and I removed in New Orleans, and I believe the owner said that these were there about 3 or 4 seasons. Well, we're making some progress, but I'm not going to lie, folks. I really went into this thing thinking that I could probably knock this out in a couple hours. At this point, I think I've spent about 2.5 hours already, and we got a little ways to go. I'm very thankful that I was able to park my truck close by so that I could take some AC breaks. Just a really warm day, and I'm also very thankful that the bees were gentle. If they weren't, coupled with the heat, it would just make for a miserable day. Alright, well, we've just about got all the comb out. There's a little cleanup obviously we still need to do, but I don't know if you could tell, bees are kind of running, and from experience that tells me that the queen is probably not there. We have not run across her, but I'm going to show you another clue why I think we've probably vacuumed the queen up in just a second. Alright, clue number 2. You see how the bees are flying around the exhaust of the bee vac? That's a sign right there. We probably vacuumed the queen.
Folks, I'm worn out, I'm not gonna lie. I think I took 2 or 3 breaks, set my truck in the AC, or I might have passed out. My truck was saying 100 degrees. I don't know if it was really 100 degrees or not, but I was kind of in a shady spot too, so it's just warm. It's middle of July. I think I vacuumed the queen up. So you see all the bees that are landing on top of the catch box? That's usually a sign of that.
So notice what these bees are doing, folks, on the catch box here. Alright, they're raising the abdomens up and they're fanning. What they're doing is there's a little gland. You can see it. It's a little light colored, like tan band right before the tip of the abdomen. It's called the nasonoff gland. And what they're doing is they're emitting nasonoff, or orientated pheromone. Basically what they're doing, they're calling in their sisters. They're telling everybody that, hey, this is the spot, this is where we want to be, and that's telling me that the queen most likely is in our catch box, folks.
I'll mention one other thing.
Let's say you performed your removal, removed all the comb sections, You never came across the queen. You're not even sure if she's in your catch box.
You know, sometimes she'll land right on top of the box like this. So, you know, when you're done, go ahead and put your box aside, you know, very near where the hive is located. I'll start picking up, and you'd be surprised how many queens I've had land on the catch box. You know, because they're all highly social insects, and everybody wants to be where everybody wants to be. If you got the majority of the bees in your catch box and that queen is on a limb somewhere, well, you know, Mama wants to join her girls. So just, you know, put your box out there and wait a little extra. Don't just head home just yet. If you still got some bees flying, you know, wait a little bit and let them group up. And you'd be surprised. Sometimes she'll land right on top of the catch box. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, maybe learned something. But wow, it sure is hot out here right now. Lord have mercy. You know, I'm just glad to be done with it. And I started it late evening. And I really thought this process was probably going to take, you know, maybe 2-3 hours, but it took a lot longer than that. I guess, you know, a decent bit of it. I guess I took more time than I thought, you know, clearing everything, cutting all those branches and all that mess that was overgrown and hadn't been tended to probably in a couple of years. So, and, you know, had to get to the point where I had a proper workspace. So, anyway, hope y'all enjoyed it. Another one from JPthebeeman. I'll be having a better day when I walk in my house and after I take a shower. So, until the next one, take care.
Alright, this is about 45 minutes later, and I'm just going to try to find the queen for you, but the bees are just covering my camera. So we're just going to wait until the morning, folks. See if we can't find her then. Alright, folks, it's the following day, and just caught the queen. There she is. She's sticking her head out right there. See her? It's still early morning. Let me turn the light on this thing. Maybe you can see better now. Let's see, where is she? Oh yeah. Alright, or there she is. See her? She's down at the bottom now. Moving up the right side. There she is. Alright. Let's go ahead and place her into the setup. I knew we had her in there. I was so tired last night. I tried to do a little bit of this last night, but I was beat. So I just set the box up next to the nuke. Now I'll place her in and let them orient. And we'll check on them later. Alrighty. But she's there. Good deal. We'll release her. We'll release her in a couple days. Okay, folks. Well, folks, apparently something happened to our queen. I don't know what exactly, but as you can see, the bees they're making queen cells. Okay, that's a queen cup, but I don't know what happened to the queen. Right after this footage was taken, I got a call in the city of Harahan with some bees, believe it or not, that was in a mechanic shop. They were in the wheel well of a postal service vehicle. I'm going to show you footage of that right now. And what we wound up doing is taking that queen and giving the queen to this colony right here. And then I'm going to show you a follow-up of a recent inspection showing you the bees' progress with the new queen. Okay? Alright, I'm at Albert's Mechanic Shop in Elmwood, Louisiana, and you can see we have a postal vehicle up on the jacks because there's a little beehive in the wheel well up underneath here. I'll show you what that looks like. Let me turn the light on. Alright, got the light on. So here they are, folks. Let me show you. I'm gonna guess they're probably queenless because they're all spread out. And there's not a lot of bees, but you got a little bit of comb. Imagine somebody probably grabbed the wasp spray, and you know, the majority of them probably took off, or they killed the majority of them. The bees went into survival mode with that little bit of comb there. So anyway, I got the bee vac. I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum them out, and I'll combine them with another colony. Surprise, surprise, folks. We got a queen after all. Fantastic. So we'll go ahead and take this girl and we'll go ahead and combine her with the open air colony. And hopefully they'll accept her. She sure is a pretty queen. Alright, folks. So this is the deal. Okay. Actually pulled some brood from another colony that I did, okay, and gave them some more brood comb. That's why you're seeing this right here, okay? Let's give them a little smoke. And, we're not going to go crazy with this, but I'm just going to pull maybe a frame or two so we can't run across our queen, and maybe show you their progress, okay? Just go ahead and pull this up. Alright. You getting that frame, like the whole frame in there? Mm-hmm. Okay. They're doing well. I don't see her on there. Good bit of these. I see her. See her. She's right up here. She's swelled up too. Hold on, she might be on the other side because she was just right here by my thumb. And they all bringing in pollen. That's usually a sign you got a laying queen. Hold on, folks. Just bring this around. Oh. Like I said, she was right. Find her. Playing hide and seek with me right now. Obviously, there she is, right there. Okay, there's our queen. And you can see she's all swollen up. She's looking beautiful. Beautiful heifer. Right in here, doing her job. I see lots of eggs. Getting this or not, folks, but we do have eggs. All right, you see them? See those eggs? All right, there, she's doing her job, folks. She's doing her job. All right.
I see her.
Oh, I see her too. All right. Hope I can do this. Messing anything up. There we go. All right, there she is. Hello, Your Majesty. What a beautiful queen, huh? She pretty. All right, folks, we're gonna put her back in. We don't want to disturb them too much. It's kind of a dismal, rainy day, but they're doing well, and they've taken to this new queen. So fantastic. It's a win-win. I sure hope y'all enjoyed the video. Another one from JPthebeeman. I hope you're having a fantastic day, because you know I am. Bye, Queenie. All right.